Hello, lovely ones. It's Carolina here, and today I wanted to share with you a beautiful experience that happened to me. And also, I wanted to encourage all of you to follow where the living energy in you wants to take you. Let me explain. I've always felt, and I think that everyone in one way or another can relate to it, that there is something mysterious, yet very close and familiar in us that moves us, that makes us attracted to take this path or that path. And I've always felt it, and there were times in my life when I followed this energy. An example could be I worked at a company for a year, and then I just felt that my energy wasn't there anymore. It started to move away and I quit the job. I followed it and then I easily found another work that was more aligned with my interests. And there were times when I ignored the pulling and I was stuck on another path, that I was attached to some other way that I thought it was the right one. And then there was this sense of struggle and struggle and struggle. And I truly believe that when we follow this living energy in us, this gentle pull, this soft whisper, then there is tremendous support from within and from outside. There are the right people showing up, the right events, the right insights. Where is the energy, there is support. But when we go the other way, there is sense of struggle and sense of aloneness quite often and separation. It feels like there is lack of support. But actually, I believe it's the energy inviting us to follow it. And when we start following, there is this beautiful support. And something like this happened to me in the last few days, actually. So I believe that the energy in me really wanted me to see that it is time to stop pushing myself, stop pushing myself to work, to make this project happen, and to make this project happen. And I was tired and struggling with the pushing. And then there were some prompts. There were some people. There was a Facebook Live by Mary Schiller when she encouraged us to choose something to stop, drop, or change. And what came up for me was to stop pushing. And there was another webinar I watched by Sarah J. Sanderson and Julie Mitchell. And again, they talked about effortless success. And again, it came up in me. Allow yourself to rest. Give yourself permission to rest. Stop pushing. And there were other things like my children or flu. I'm down with flu actually. It's much better now, but 2 days ago was just a tragedy. I felt so bad. But I had to stop pushing because I was sick. And there were other things and even herbs that I take that facilitated this process because I followed this energy. So there was support. And I stopped. I'm sure not 100%, but I really dropped a lot of the pushing. And what happens during this, I don't know, 3, 4 days, there was such a tremendous feeling of relaxation and learning, and like teaching. This energy showed me so much. I learned so much, I'm telling you. Just standing in a queue in a supermarket, and the insights were coming to me, and I was seeing new things, and feeling new things, and experiencing totally effortlessly. It was just like I allowed some space. I stopped pushing, I listened, I rested, and the teachings were coming to me in my meditations, but also, in the middle of the night, or in the supermarket. Wonderful teachings, inspiration, and also some practical, really very practical ideas, and greater clarity of where I want to go. And it doesn't feel like work or effort, it feels more like fun and exploration. So I'm feeling very, very grateful for it and encouraging you, if you are also maybe pushing yourself and you feel the invitation to stop. I'm so much encouraging you to follow it, because it can bring such a resources on so many levels, on emotional, spiritual, insightful level, clarity. It's just wonderful. And I want to end by sharing with you also something quite funny and very surprising to me. So tomorrow I have a seminar for 4 days. I will be leading this seminar for a very small group of 3 people that came to Cyprus, and I don't have a venue for it. And normally, the seminars take place at the hotel where the people are accommodated. The hotel gives us a conference room or other space to run the seminar. But this time, the hotel wasn't really very likely to cooperate with me, and they didn't want to give us the space. So normally, I would have got quite stressed about it, and I would have found alternative venue. Perhaps I would have rented a conference room at another hotel, which, in case of this project, would really stretch the budget very much for me. But I would have done it. And until I have found a suitable venue, I would be quite stressed. But this time, I was quite indifferent. I couldn't get myself stressed out. It didn't feel right to rent a conference room at another hotel, and I was very peaceful about it. It was like, I don't have a venue, okay. And what's going to happen actually tomorrow? I'm going to meet with those people, and I'm sure we'll find something. It might sound strange. It does sound a bit strange to me too, even maybe a bit irresponsible, but I have the certainty that we will find something on that day, on that morning. It might be somewhere in the nature, it might be a quiet cafe, I don't know yet, but I'm sure it will work out actually. And normally I would have just lots of worry about it. What will they think? Will they think it's unprofessional or whatever? But now I have this lovely feeling of indifference, but lovely indifference. It's not like not caring. It's like, I'm okay. I'm okay. Whatever they think, whatever happens, I'm okay. And we have all we need, and we will find a very nice spot to run the workshop. It's going to be very, very well. It's the feeling of being grounded in this loveliness, in this inner security, in it's the resting in the living energy, and just knowing that it's going to take me wherever I need to go. It's going to take me. So I follow. I won't push. I will follow. Okay, I hope it made sense to some of you, and maybe some of you felt a little bit of inspiration to follow your living energy. Sending lots of love to you, and see you soon. Bye.